How we speak several times, I never learned your name, not one time.
That was an insecurity I had of mine
This man Reggie is so disrespectful, bro.
coming up. And then, you know, niggas like that, they bring up shit and throw it in your face.
So Reggie has been recently under fire for how he's been acting on stream. The thing with Reggie is that his career is owed to Cenat, and he himself knows this. He is very open about who his big brother is. He's the first person to gas up.
He was basically owes everything to that man Cenat. But it doesn't mean that this man is not funny, is not talented. It just means that he knows what emotion came from, bro. He knows how this goes for real.
Up KC3. So when Reggie starts letting his ego get to him, you gotta ask, does he remember that he got put on? I'm not saying being put on is bad, but how can you have the ego when you ain't the one who did it? This is the switch up everyone talk.
I won't lie though. It's nothing wrong with getting put on if you put work in, bro. I feel like a lot of people misunderstand. Just because you don't see the work doesn't mean that people didn't put in just as much work. There's not always a camera in front of everybody. So I do think it's a little bit of both, a little bit of give and take for real.
About. You know when a nigga gets money and then he gets to finally cut his day ones off? That switch up. Reggie touched a little money and it went to his head, so let's talk about it. Comment for the algorithm. The situation starts with the Clover Boy house war, and what can I really say? I might have to make a video about how the streaming bubble is about to burst, because that's the type of gimmick that's oversaturated.
Do y'all feel like the streaming bubble is about to burst? I don't think the streaming bubble is about to burst per se, but I do think the streaming in general is starting to plateau. I think that those who are meant to be like popping streamers are going to be popping streamers, but a lot of people, they're really meant to be content creators in different formats, but they're trying to force it into streaming. And I think that that's why you're seeing a certain decline in quality overall of content creators, because many feel like they got to try to fit the newer niche instead of just finding a way and flowing with what works for them.
Trading streaming right now. Not to mention, there's an actual war going on and these niggas are spamming war content gimmicks. But during the stream, Dami was in the house.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's corny to me, bro. That's max corny. I feel like a lot of people are playing into, you know, the real world trends right now. And playing in the trends is not the corny part, but people have to also look outside of themselves and see, what am I doing right now? What impression am I giving off? What is gonna be my image when everything is said and done? Some people don't care for that. They on that Ray time and they just trying to get their bag up, man. They got family in the trenches, and that's realistic. It's just that we got to remember that there's different people going through different struggles, and they might not care about what people per se think about them or feel about them. And if the idea is just to create content that's entertaining, that should be the ideal mentality. But sometimes people got to remember that things are realer than just entertainment. Entertainment is a necessity for sure. Food, water, entertainment. Those are the three things that human beings need to survive. But that doesn't mean that all entertainment is essential.
Reggie decided to confront him in a very disrespectful way.
So how do I know you?
Because we spoke several times.
How we speak several times, I never learned your name, not one time. Just make it make sense, man.
You never asked.
All it takes is for you to be like, yo, I'm this nigga, the conversation would have been over.
Look, I will never let this little pretzel runt ever press me in my life, man. I feel like a lot of people got to start having more self-respect for themselves, man. If this dude say to get from around his place, hey, I'm going, bro. I don't want to be around no cornball like you, bro. I'm going back to where I'm from. Don't press up on me. I got it on me. I will make a scene. Do not come around me, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You study your business and you saying I'm not going to tolerate disrespect. But when you want to get into these type of lanes and these avenues, you don't have to tolerate that. And people think that to get in these lanes, you have to. You don't, bro. You can say respectfully, I'm not with that. But you do you. And you'll stand and be much more impactful than you realize, man. The new era, they're so used to having to fall in line, and that's not the way, man. Go at your own rate, because clearly it works for some people.
I thought you was just playing, bro.
Why would I be just playing?
Because I know how you are.
How you know how I am and I don't know who you are?
You be joking with a straight face. So I guess I'm just letting you do what you do.
Alright, bro. Alright. Whatever, dude.
It's not even that serious.
Nah, it's not. That's all you had to do.
So little man Reggie decides to act like he doesn't know who Dami is. This clip oozes ego, and it's
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who that dude is. Is this one of those things where it's like, bro, if someone has clout, people are all supposed to automatically know who they are, bro? I promise you, real life will humble you, bro. It could really just been, bro, really don't know who that dude is and don't care that he's doing this main character mentality. Sometimes people don't care about other people being main characters in their world. You in a bigger scene, bro. You in his crib. You in his crib, bro. I'm always tell people that is that no matter how you feel, when you're in another man's crib, you have to respect how they're moving, because you're in another grown adult's crib. They can literally off you if they felt like it, bro, and probably still win. So you have to have that type of level of discernment, bro. Sometimes not every battle is worth winning. Sometimes you just gotta let other people have it. But again, bro, that's just perspective.
It's really weird because I was hearing whispers that Dami is known as a kind, chill guy. Reggie has low man syndrome. And because of that, the streets are saying that Reggie's only doing this to Dami because he knows he isn't on that type of time.
Bro said the streets is only doing this to Dami. Bro, what streamer or content creator these days really is on that type of timing? Y'all gotta understand, bro. Once we start getting to like the cheese, bro, once you start understanding a certain level like that, everyone's just trying to make a storyline. Storyline means money. Storylines mean entertainment, engagement. You can make a brand, an identity, a reality off a storyline. A lot of people are moving different ways than we're used to seeing on the big stage with content creation. I think that we're going to start seeing a lot of really new avenues opening up that weren't here in the last few years. Even with content creators like I Show Speed, where he's took it to an entirely different reality, man. I think we're going to start seeing a huge increase in talented content creators, and we're not going to know what to do with it because the ideas for marketing talent are still kind of outdated. People are marketing themselves better than they're being marketed in this new era. It's crazy.
Timing, and I think that's lame. But before all that, we got to talk about if Reggie knows who Dami is or not. And he definitely does, and I can confidently say that because I'm someone who actually doesn't know who Dami was, or at least I didn't.
Bro, how are you gonna say that he knows who Dami does if you don't know who he was?
But here's a photo of Reggie right by Dami. Reggie knows who he is, and that clip is weird because why is he?
Oh, they got that boy Reggie in 4K. They got that boy Reggie in 4K. Oh no. That boy Reggie looking wacky like that? No. I thought they was just playing. He really over there sizing, bro. Double sizing? That is corny, man. I gotta respect. That is corny. That's a good point. That is a good point, man. That's why I didn't know it was moving like that, bro.
That was an insecurity I had of mine coming up. And then, you know, niggas like that, they bring up and throw it in your face. They do like that. But it's fine because
This is crazy, bro.
I'm okay with my wolf pussy on top of my lip.
She clocked him at the end, and this is where it goes from big ego to low vibrational for me. On some real shit. Taking someone's insecurity that they told you and putting them on blast for the internet in front of people is lame. And this is his girlfriend apparently. It's not funny. It's just so hurtful, bruh. Like, it's really hurtful, gang. She told him and he knew that she was insecure about it, and yet he turned it into a clippable moment. He turned it into spectacle. She clocked him though, and I'm happy she did. He also didn't say sorry in that clip, and that makes Reggie she clouded. Like, well, it's like taking some
like that. They bring up and throw it in your face. They do like that. But it's fine because I'm okay with my wolf pussy on top of my lip.
She clocked him at the end, and this is where it goes from big ego to low vibrational for me. On some real shit. It's like
Put a name on it. So it's like, do you belong here or do you not belong here? Do you belong here or do you not belong here? Then it's like there's mad niggas moving in and out the crib, gang. All he had to say was, yo, bro. So I'm saying I be with AMP, gang. You feel me? Nigga, I don't know that nigga, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Every nigga, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Ever since I stopped smoking, I've been 1,000% aware of everything, bro. So all the nigga had to do was say, oh, bro, I'm this and I do this. I would.
Now look, I'm not gonna lie though, that is real, bro. Because people gotta understand that when people stop doing certain things, bro, they have a different outlook. They're also gonna be different people, man. People may not realize that he just might not have been that type of person sober. Like, he's not as funny, as playful when he's sober, and that's his character. Maybe he realized that's that idea about himself and had made a conscious decision to not be as sober when he's around people in a social setting. I'm not saying that's the right decision or a wrong decision, but that's a very realistic thing that people do. So I think people should really think about this, and when they, all comes down to it, people like Reggie and them, bro, you shouldn't be looking up to these dudes. They human beings, nothing more. Honestly, nothing less. Cloudy world and we gone.